Welcome, welcome to this game over here of Some Apple versus Victory Auto Wreckers. We're still getting set up just a little bit right now, but we are going to be having it out between these two incredible underrated teams. We have on the gold side, we have Victory Auto Wreckers, we have Bees Knees, we have Sklover, we have Josh Iklo, and we have Fonzie. And I believe that Fonzie's going to be queening tonight against the Armand crew of Some Apple. That's going to be involving all-time Mace expert Carby and D2 Armand himself and Pate. Very solid warriors, Mace spinners, objective runners. They're going to be providing an excellent game for the Victory Auto Wreckers. I'm not sure which way this is going to go. I'm confident that both teams are fielding competent people and have been getting in plenty of practice. From my understanding, the Some Apple team, when I checked in with them a little bit earlier, they had said that they were going to be warming up until the last minute. So they're taking this fight very, very seriously. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to end up playing out. We're going to be having Armand queening. My guess is we're looking at Carby, Pate, and either Sloppy or Smelly. Maybe D2 is present, but most likely I'm expecting not D2 today. We'll find out. This is a big week in Killer Queen. This is the GDC 6 Return of the J-Dive going on also right now. If you're watching that, I certainly don't blame you, because the finals for that should be going on pretty much right now. I've seen several members of the crew that were going and setting that up are now doing celebrations, and trash games have opened up on the West Coast. So if you're in the SF area and you're looking for something to do, particularly after this match, that's a great group of people to go and learn how to play KQA from. So if you're here watching this game, I could totally see it. Oh, there we go. We have the Pate team coming in. We have what is this? We have Carbita Bread. I'm not sure. No, I didn't get a prompt a little bit earlier for who Carbita Bread is, but we are seeing Armand 1, which I believe, looking at the groups, I think that is Smelly. Ooh, Pate running of the Queen tonight. Didn't quite expect Pate running the Queen, but maybe that's one of the reasons that they were getting ready all the way up to the end for. Yeah, Sklover is... I'm going to go ahead and give him the go-ahead. And they should be off in just a second. I love that extremely muscular seagull in the form of Armand. Oh, hello. Nope. Thought for a second that they were going to be delayed, but I think we're still good. Good luck to both teams. Woo! Let's get ourselves going. Hype up for these two teams. We're starting off on a tally fields. Are we gonna get going? Okay, it was just a ranked there call out from the main BGL channel, but yes, we have the queens posturing towards the center and the workers splitting out to the middle at the start. An immediate set of throws. They're going berries. Blue's going berries really hard. Look at this this aggressive movement over here. Snail's moving for the Victory Auto Wreckers, but it is not really budging that much. Sklover and Bees Knees immediately rising to the challenge to the immediate berry pressure as Armand tries to go and get the pressure moved on. Pate doing a reasonable job of keeping the workers down. Fonzie has the right idea for the pressure on the top right on the gate. Narrowly misses hitting Pate about 15 seconds ago. Fonzie now joining Bee's Knees, holding on to the top. Carbita Bread gets a takeout there, with Sklover going and rotating in the middle. Josh Aklo going and moving the snail a little bit to the right as they gain a little bit of control over there. Smelly going and taking control of the right-hand side of the hive. Overall, we have central control on the gold is stopping berries from being able to come in from the left side of the blue team. Gold is now trying to counter having berries lying around by throwing them in their own hive. Armand moving the snail backwards. The control for the blue team is all on that right side. Smelly rotating upwards, taking out the military here, putting blue having most of the military control, and Smelly takes out Fonsworth Benbley, putting him on last. Close movements here. With blue can establish control in their center, there's a lot of berries just kind of like riding around there. Smelly takes allows the baiting to happen. Armand trying to throw the berries a bit more towards the hive. Bee's Knees rising to the challenge, stop the berries there. We got berries thrown out by Sklover before dying. That was a great move. Armand waiting out Sklover, using Smelly for the patience there. Only one berry left to go. Carbita and Armand 1 moving in there, and the pull from Smelly brought Farnsworth in, needed to be able to make a movement. Carbita Bread takes advantage of the opportunity and kills Farnsworth while going low as he was trying to attack Armand with the berry. Nesting Flats. I've already shown that both teams want to be doing some early objective pressure. Will that persist here? Pate doing a little bit of a slow descent down to the upgrade gates at the open. Getting up people so far is the game plan. Armand trying to be able to get that Voltron up. Working with the Queen right now to be able to find the place. Fonzie trying to rotate to the top, and a pincer gets him down. All the while, Bee's Knees moving that snail, making it an immediate threat as the blue team is now trying to get that, the new technologies, Carbita Bread, pushing that snail backwards instead of getting the third up. Makes a lot of sense to be able to have the objective. Gold team's military comes in, does not able to go and get any of the clears except for Eclo right now, taking out the new technologies worker. In exchange, though, they lost one of their Voltrons, so this is getting a little bit high pressure. Smelly and Armand trying to work together. Hits the Queen at the top from the pincer. Carbita Bread moving that snail a little bit backwards. Sklover's Voltron is not able to completely dislodge the worker, but Armand doing some dips in and dips out gets the military removed. Gold only has Sklover up right now to try to cover the snail pressure that's about to be generated from Smelly. New technologies is pushing the snail through the grass here. Fonzie, while on last, takes out Pate, putting Pate on second. Eclo retakes control of the snail, while Armand makes the play to be able to hold the snail. Eclo stopping the remaining Armand pressure, putting Bee's Knees back up on that snail and into the grass. Snail call has been made by the blue team to try to make some aggression happen there. Take control. Armand with the sword up here. Fonzie's on last life, posturing against Pate. Smelly finds Bentley against the wall for the 2-0 lead generated by some apple. Putting us on Split Juniper next. Potentially set point. Will the Queens try to cover the entrances and take control of the entrance? Oh, Farnsworth going to the center. Going for the aggression on the workers in the top left. So far, that hunting from Farnsworth has gone really well. No berries in place for the blue team, except for that top one that was just thrown in by Armand. Gold team had that pressure opening, but all the berries have been collecting on the blue side, so it's been entirely Farnsworth trying to stop that early game pressure. Gold team knows that this is one of the specializations and openings that they prefer on the Some Apple side. 3 berries left to go after some quick berries on the bottom section thrown in. Also, nice toss from Armand. Nice release at the right time to be able to get the bottom right hole filled. Only 2 left to go. Armand 1 getting the clears on the top, holding that the space. Armand missing a throw and throwing a berry towards the gold hive. Sklever trying to go and pick it up. Gets it into the hive. Into the gate. Armand 1 Smelly is going and getting up the extra military as they try to go and get that warrior who's picked up on the top. Clash coming in for Farnsworth. Both queens are currently on second, so Fonz can afford to be able to get one more aggressive life in here as long as they have the military backup in the hive to be able to push the berries out. Fonzie rotating, taking the entrance on top, takes out one of the warriors, takes a kill off of Pate, putting them on last. But Carbita Bread sees the opportunity. Fonzie can't get out from the bottom, and Fonzie also goes down. Pate taken out by Bee's Knees, while Fonzie was still in iframes, putting Victory Auto Records up to the first game, coming back up from 2-0. Throne Room. All right. One of those all military, all the time maps. Let's see if either team can push some snail or do some clutch berries here. Josh Iklo with the shield on the open. Taken out by Pate before he's able to, before Farnsworth can get established control in the center again. We have the Glock and Block up for Armand, along with Carbita Bread with the sword, and a gunshot takes out Fonzie. Puts Fonzie on second. Sklever holding that top gate while the blue military starts to channel in through the bottom. Gunshot takes out another one of the workers before they can get back up. Bee's Knees up with the mace. Iklo removed from the middle. Blue team has control of the middle gates, trying to establish control of the side gates to stop Gold from being able to get any more military up. Smelly putting pressure on Fonzie on the top right. Gunshot, nope, miss. Clashing with Armand's shield. Fonzie outmaneuvers and takes out the Glock and Block. Josh Iklo doing that thing I was just mentioning about the snail pressure, moving it through the top platform. Pate comes in, swoops. Some great play from Josh Iklo. Allows him to stay alive. Fonzie goes down trying to be able to punish on that right side, though. That means Fonzie's on last once again. He needs to be able to stay alive and drops right into Smelly in the top right, putting a 3-1 victory up for the Some Apple team. Straight play on the top here as Fonzie was trying to be able to maneuver into position to stay alive, dropping probably to go and just do a gate rotation. And Smelly was in the right place at the right time. 33-4 for Pate. Strong farm work from him every single game. 52.1% gate control over Fonzie's 47.9. 3 queen kills for Farnsworth here, showing that when the queens actually fought, Fonz came out on top more often. But Fonzie found himself more vulnerable to the warriors overall, which was the poison pill to for this game, putting up that Some Apple presence. All right, what other highlights do we have here? Bee's Knees with the 1 queen kill on the other side, but Armand 1 Smelly with a huge 63.9% warrior uptime, along with 6 total queen kills. One other thing to note is that the military kills against the Victory Auto Wreckers were pretty well spread out amongst the warriors as well as Pate. Armand being the primary objective pressure here, putting up 14 total shots into the holes and 1 dunk in for the Some Apple team. On the other side, though, in terms of objective pressure, Bee's Knees did do some rotation, so applied the appropriate amount of pressure. Let's see, what do we got here? Some questions from an outside source. Okay. All right. I think the teams are not doing any rotations tonight. So I'm curious what y'all are doing out here tonight. I see that I do have some people going and watching this game. Any other cool highlights from the weekend? Just got some thumbs up from the crews. Sklover only one, maybe going and talking some strategy for the Victory Auto Wreckers before we jump in. The swords touch. And we're on pod. First pod of the night. So Apple has a 1 set up lead if you're just joining us now. We're going to have our second shot at Split Juniper. Won by the Victory Auto Wreckers last time. That was the one map won by them. I think the Victory Auto Wreckers are going to adjust fairly well militarily here. Farnsworth has some great moves and is reading Pate pretty well here, holding the gates long enough to be able to get some military presence up, protecting his face. Pate rotates from the right side with the military, so the military is mostly focused on trying to be able to hold against that particular gate. Some snail pressure started up from Bee's Knees. Pate wins an exchange against Farnsworth in the top left after they lost the military pressure. Ooh, nice move there from Farnsworth to get out of a bad situation. But Pate rotates in as as Farnsworth held his ground on the right side, and Armand gets a kill as Farnsworth comes off of iframes. Great timing from Armand there. Mostly uncontested for Pate as he was able to go and rotate gates after the initial military loss. So here we are. This is the map that Victory Auto Wreckers has demonstrated mastery of. Will they be able to go again? Farnsworth feigning in the front, going for the same kill up the top, and gets Pate down from the rotation. First queen, a second queen kill also as well in the crease in the top right of the right gate, putting Pate in a bad situation. Sklover with that sword and board, getting that clash, putting a lot of pressure. Pincer comes in, but Farnsworth doesn't get the drop, takes out the military instead though. So Victory Auto Wreckers also with 5 berries up on the top. The harder berries are in. Bee's Knees dropping down at the bottom as well. Sklover getting in the speed buff. We have new technologies from him. Armand, though, gets a shot off of Fonzie, putting second life into play. That queen is moving the drop, and Sklover and Farnsworth work together. The kill here goes to the Victory Auto Wreckers. Again, mastery on this map is very well demonstrated. I love the feint from Fonz to come up through the wrap. Pate didn't even see it coming. Drop from above as Pate was on the ground at the top. And then we should go over to Tally Fields. All right. We have the hearts coming out from the Victory Auto Wreckers crew. They have some morale boosts. Farnsworth manipulating Pate's movements. He does the dive, and Farnsworth follows, crushing the berry opening on the top there. Sklover with the speed developing here. We have 2 military up for the Victory Auto Wreckers. They take the left side. This time they were ready for the berry barrage overall. The berries have been moved over. Fonzie trying to go and get some berries in himself. Pate coming in, and Farnsworth gets the read, takes out Pate, putting him on last life. 2 in a row here. Pate moving against Farnsworth. Farnsworth has the high ground. Doing the feints, trying to pull Pate in. Overall, Farnsworth sees the military aggression, moves out of the way. Now starting to fight against Armand. That mace might be a little bit hard to read from his ping. Coming in from the top here. Ooh, getting the drop. Maybe not. Carbita bread. Smelly once again, finding that crease against Farnsworth, making this a close game. But Pate hit with the mace through the bottom side. I think that was Sklover getting that kill, rotating through the bottom. There's the drop. Yep, there it is. Sklover found his way around the wrap and putting Victory Auto Wreckers up with the 1-game lead over some apple. Okay. We are going to move to the right here, taking the lower gates immediately for Farnsworth. Pate rotates out, trying to be able to fight off the workers trying to go into the middle gate now. Beasley's pushing that snail. Carbita Bread swings up through the back and in to the warriors at the top. Fonzu with a precise kill on the mace, but does a low dive against Pate. Pate punishes the play. The clash, almost a tit for tat for Farnsworth on that top right. Eclo does not manage to get into the gate. Looked like it was very close, got bumped out there immediately. Sclover coming in with the mace on the middle. Armand pushing on the middle section. The Snail Rider is almost, yep, they're now gone. Some Apple now has all their military up. It looked like Armand was trying to lure Fonzie down, but he knew better. He was able to take out Carbita Bread this time after a overextended dash. Fonzie tried to go underneath the platform, gets caught on it. Pate punishes again after rotating with the gates, evades the gunshots, still alive in the top right. The toss in from Sclover puts berry pressure up on this thing. Fonzie rises into the gunshots, putting this game 5 hype. Pretty sure that gun was Carbita Bread once again. Yep, there's the rise and the shot for the middle section. We have Throne Room once again. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Buffalo Boy. We have ourselves a game. So if you're just tuning in, Some Apple had a 3-1 lead from the last map. The only map won for that one for the Victory Auto Wreckers was Split Juniper. They won the Split Juniper again this time and also have had a dominating play on the tally field. So right now it's Some Apple, even though they have the set advantage, they're the ones coming back right now from a deficit. We are at game 5 hype, and so far Josh Eclo with the shield has been staying alive on the snail. The Pate punches through the pressure though. Sclover in with the Glock and block now. Carbita Bread comes in and takes out the remaining other workers. So Sclover with the Glock and block is the only warrior up for the gold team now, and Fonzie has to run a little bit. So that priority right now is to take out the Glock and block. Oh, Carbita Bread comes in, takes him out, takes advantage of where Farnsworth's eyes were at the time. Full military up for the blue team, and a gunshot once again. Headshots Fonzie for his second to last life. Can he rotate through right now, watching where all the warriors are, and be able to get up someone other than Josh Eclo now, because the gun has been taken out. Josh Eclo working on Carbita Bread. Carbita Bread takes out the warrior. Sclover comes out, and Farnsworth does the jump, leap, and takes out Pate. The much needed kill to be able to alleviate some pressure. Farnsworth has to watch all of the rotations for where he's moving into from the bottom to the top right now. Tries to move against Smelly, does not manage to get that kill. Rotating to that right gate, Pate pushes with a pincer and gets Farnsworth as he tries to go and remove Smelly. Once again, we have a Some Apple victory. Watch them, Farnsworth stayed alive under a lot of pressure here, and you can see that he was moving around 3 warriors at a time. He thought he was going to be able to kill Pate and get Smelly down in a single stroke, but timing was just a little bit off. 24-11 from Fonz, 30-7 for Pate. Pate was a decent amount more vulnerable this time, but this time we had much more even queen exchanges. 5-5 as Farnsworth and Pate went 50% against each other. But Farnsworth showing a much stronger, much more isolated military presence this time for being able to remove the soldiers on the blue team. Especially in the maps where they ended up winning here. Farnsworth getting 3 warrior kills to Pate's none in this particular case. So the game that they won on tally fields was won, I feel like, a decent amount more by the Queen v Queen exchange and Sclover backup. So this game is still while it's 2-0 in favor of Some Apple, Victory Auto Wreckers are not going to give this up without a fight. Their military presence and Farnsworth careful queening here was able to give them a strong lead in the first 3 maps. So I think it all depends on what maps we roll here for whether or not Victory Auto Wreckers will be able to safely take some games up here and return some favor and climb back up against Some Apple's lead. Some hearts are flying out from the Some Apple team. Previously, Victory Auto Wreckers were showing some great sportsmanship. We are ready to go in Nesting Flats. This is the second instance of this. Some Apple won the last rotation of this. But Victory Auto Wreckers had an immediate start on the snail last time to make that gate the snail victory pressure very, very real. Queen's looking like they're going to take an upfront structure here. Fawn's going for the immediate center gate. Rotating into the upgrade gate. Gets the height. Gets the kill off of Pate. Early lead here. Smelly trying to get the cut against Farnsworth while still in iframes. Sklover gets in. We have the Sword and Board. Sword and Board up. Fight against Carbita Bread. Not quite there. Fonzie does the appropriate lure, though. Pulls Pate, but was not in a position to be able to go and take the kill as Warrior backup was there. A hot swap there from Pate into Smelly takes out Farnsworth's life on the second part there. Full military up from the blue side. Gold team tries to take advantage of this and try to push the snail a little bit. Is not... Armand rotates back onto the grass. The pressure is back on. We have the left gate rotation from Pate. The gate control is up for the gold team overall. They cannot move the snail back, and Pate takes out Farnsworth. So the blue team right now is structured to be able to fight Fonzie, but Fonzie takes out 2 military at once. Pate comes down from the wrap, making the kill happen. Some Apple up 1-0. One thing to note here was that you can see just at the right after that part of the clip there was Fonzie got that double kill, gave them some degree of hope, but Pate had the height advantage at the right time as Fonzie was starting to rotate through the wrap. So, calling it like we see it there. Things are looking good so far here, but Tally is one of the maps that Victory Auto Wreckers has won on. Oh wow, I love the strategy there of having the quick berry in by tossing it at their own queen's head into that the top hive that's hard to be able to hit from that low section. Josh Eklo throwing that the control of the snail, giving them the early advantage. Smelly goes and rotates it back. Blue doesn't have any, only has a gun up right now against Josh Eklo, but it gets taken out by Fonzie, taking out a mace. Bees Knees rotating in above Sklover as the speed snail gets some move in here. Pate pushes in to try to take it out, but Fonzie springs the trap, putting Pate down on last, and Fonzie with the hat trick, taking out Pate. Excellent job from the queen here. There was no fear in the movements of Farnsworth there. He knew exactly when that iframe was about to go down, moves into position and takes out about a half second afterwards. Spire game up. This map has been was answered by Some Apple last time. Will they be able to do it again? Farnsworth holds the middle gate immediately. Workers come in to try to bump it out. Bees Knees tries to get into the gate, isn't able to make it. We have Smelly up on the mace with Armand pressure to back it up. Armand, baby. Carbita Bread. Getting on that sword means we have full military for the blue side now. Bees Knees trying to rotate as well. We're going full mill press. Farnsworth taking a page out of the Yeesh book here, holding up at the top, trying to pressure the mace to fight on the queen's terms. It works, takes out the mace. Josh Eklo working with Farnsworth. There was a quick pinch in there. Carbita Bread taken out by the front, and Farnsworth rotates in, takes out Pate from the side. Bees Knees. Oh, Farnsworth once again working with the teams, diving down, putting Pate on last. This is a clutch game here. Clash from Pate forces Farnsworth down, gets the kill there. Pate works through a lot of military, taking one out, rotating to a safer place. Pate trying to be able to help the team be able to get their extra military presence up. Bee's Knees attacks in. Does not get the kill, but the pressure is there. Working for Carbita Bread. Carbita Bread rotates into the Queen, keeps them staying alive. She goes there. Sklever finds Pate. Victory Auto Wreckers is once again favored in the in this set 3. If they can get one here, that would be excellent for them, being able to make their first strike against Some Apple set-wise. And it's on Split Juniper, the map that they have demonstrated mastery on. Both times this map has come up so far, the Victory Auto Wreckers have taken it. Let's see, how are we doing on ping over here? Farnsworth overall has pretty good ping today at 83. Taking the middle section here, Josh Iko is not able to get up. No one on the gold team was able to make their way up, but the blue team had only one up and is now dead. Pate also taken out from the rotation on the right side. Victory Auto Wreckers in great shape here. Sklever finds his sword and board, but is taken out by Pate after attempting a low strike, and Armand takes a shot and takes out Farnsworth Bentley. Evades a second strike, rotating down to the middle here. Fonzie is in trouble with a lot of military presence, and Pate punishes the other section there. Great teamwork, great pressure from the Some Apple here. Farnsworth is on last. Sklever, though, taking out Pate. Both queens on last. This is the high-pressure moment. Half berries in, though, for the Victory Auto Wreckers. They've Bee's Knees is still pushing it slowly but surely. No, Bee's Knees rotates in. We're going for the shield here. Will Bee's Knees go for the sword and board? Yes, she will. We're going for the Pate kill. Pate has been pushed into the corners. Finds a slot to be able to stay alive. Clash stays alive. Smelly. Only one staying alive left from the blue team here. Sklever back up on the shield. Says the shield is worth it right now. Takes the sword. Josh Eclo rotating with Pate. Farnsworth jumps out of death. The jaws of death are alive there, but Sklever finds Pate when he tries to rotate underneath. Victory Auto Wreckers takes this set. First set of the night. We are 2-1. All right, excellent comeback here for the Victory Auto Wreckers. 9-10 for Sklever, 25-6 dominating presence from Farnsworth Bentley on the Queen exchanges, 7 versus 3. Also a superior military pressure from Fonzie. Once again, less gate control, but that doesn't matter when you are defeating when you're slaying the opposing queen this much. Josh Eclo with a 50.9% uptime with 3 military kills as well. Backing up Sklever. Sklever showing off some great colors here. 3 queen kills, catching them at the right time. Having the last victory screen was very, very important here. 4 military kills as well, matching Carbita Bread's 4. One thing to note as well is that Carbita Bread, Armand, and Smelly all took 1 queen kill here, but that is equated by the single pressure added by Sklever himself here. So Sklever, strong hand in making the Victory Auto Wreckers win here work, second only to Farnsworth Bentley's 7 queen kills himself. We have a game here. Victory Auto Wreckers showing that indeed they will not go down without a fight. It does help that they were able to get their Split Juniper, which has so far been an auto win for them. 3-0 on that particular map is standout strong. They know how to play it. We haven't had a Helix yet. No Helix Temple. We've had about 1 of every other map at least. So yes, we're just looking at trying to be able to get a better Helix down. Maybe for the Some Apple team. Actually, I was wrong. We haven't had this map either. Black Queen's Keep. Let's see how the opens go on this one. My bet is that Farnsworth has the advantage here. I think that he's going to be able to hold that center position against Pate, who's probably going to try to sweep that for the team early. You can see Farnsworth is going high. He's wanting to go second here. Armand. Oh, actually, Farnsworth dropped immediately to the gate and is holding up on that. Yields it to Armand, though, instead of taking the pressure. Armand finds the spacing and kills Farnsworth as well. That careful play didn't end up going as well for Fonzie as I thought it was going to. This also resulted in Blue's military having the edge on the early section. Farnsworth is now charged with having to remove 2 military once again. Beasley is pushing the snail in absence in the meantime. Armand pushed into the rotation. Oh, by the way, I didn't really even say anything while I was talking about stats. Armand is rotated into the queen position to fight against Farnsworth here, which puts Pate up as our sword and board candidate, trying to be able to get the pincer. Carbita bread with the shield goes and does a quick bump and shot. Gets that kill. Farnsworth rotates, but Pate finds the kill. I want to highlight the extension from Pate as he rose here, not even with the speed, but found that Farnsworth was trying to be able to do the feint against the queen low. Pate just read it and managed to get the stab. So great sword play there. All right, here we are. We have a throne room, number 3. Now, this is great for some Apple overall. They've been able to demonstrate the military control overall on this map. Josh Eclo trying to find a gate taken out by Farnsworth on the way. Armand holding against Smelly, works, and Sclover rotates in and finds demise. Armand also allows a pathway up for Carbita bread. We're getting a shield in the middle. Pate is probably going to go for the sword at the top. Yes, he is. We have a sword and board. We have one of every weapon on the Some Apple team. Double maces for the gold side to counter. They're holding space right now. Eclo trying to clash against Smelly, takes it out. Bee's Knees in the appropriate situation too. Slover comes in. Oh boy, Armand gets a triple kill. Huge play there for that team, for the team. Wow, that was nuts. We have another kill off of Armand though. Rotated and countered. Farnsworth on last once again. Rotating into the middle, rotating to the left. Armand trying to fight against that mace in the top. Eclo pushing the snail. Smelly holding against Bee's Knees. Bee's Knees goes down as the mace spins along the ground. Carbita bread holding space as well. Bee's Knees is making that snail really a big danger. It might get off that last platform where it's real dangerous for Armand to defend against. Bee's Knees with this gun. Pate finds Farnsworth's headshot. That was, I'm sorry, that was Pate to be able to finish that shot off. Yep. There we go. Nesting flats. The map rotation has just basically done good rolls for the Some Apple team here, I think. We've had this map twice. Some Apple has won twice. Can the Victory Auto Wreckers take this to be able to come back? We're at match point. Armand allowing Smelly to be able to push the snail for the first time on the open successfully. Bee's Knees back on rotation. Farnsworth helping, getting Sclover up on, Eclo up on the sword. We have Sclover up on the full Voltron. The snail is the full game here, and Farnsworth is saying, I'll stay alive this time, I promise. Just push that snail. Fonzie tries to make the attack in through the mail slot. Armand gets the drop, takes out Farnsworth's life. Oh, another power through the bottom. Farnsworth trying to be able to do just a holding in position here. He is aggressive, still trying to be able to fight against Armand. Still is deciding to make the attack on the gate. We have 3 people there on the Some Apple side. We have a Some Apple 3-0 victory for that set. Dominating presence that time. Farnsworth just pushed into really awkward places that time. 9-9 for Farnsworth. Shows how much the military pressure just ramped up. Armand with 4 queen kills to compare to Farnsworth's 1. 5 warrior kills. 4 warrior kills for Fonzie here. Armand showing a great amount of farming, and the gate control discrepancy was huge. 68% to 32%. Shows just how much Farnsworth was getting pushed around and was on cooldown. Yeah, they're ready to just get out of that one. No further stats analysis. Thank you very much for joining us, all 10 of you, 6 of you from the Buffalo Boy cast. We very much appreciate you being here as we celebrate the Some Apple victory here. Great match. Overall, I love the comeback from Victory Auto Wreckers, showing that they still have their stuff militarily. I think I want to give the MVP for the Victory Auto Wreckers. It's close in between Sklover and Victory Auto Wreckers for, Fonzie for like who managed to play the best here. I think I'm going to go and give it to Sklover overall for some great reads, some excellent toe tapping play from Sklover. Enabling them to be able to get the remaining kills that they need on the set that they won. They managed to outplay what Some Apple was doing. On the Some Apple side, I think I'm going to give this one to Smelly for being in so many end frames against their queen. That Smelly was all over the place, and being in the right place at the right time was very, very impressive. Pate's queen here was pretty good. Armand coming in showed that that switch up shook and made Fonzie need to adjust on the fly, and he was more prepared for fighting against Pate's movements. So that play ended up being what they needed to be able to win overall. So yeah, shout out to Smelly, great game. Shout out to Sklover, you did great. Both teams managed some great plays. Looking forward to seeing how both teams are able to move this out in the future. Looking at the records for these two teams, this puts Some Apple up 2-1 with Victory Auto Wreckers at 1-2. So we're leading here with Some Apple going into the next matches. Good luck to both teams as the season continues. This is Argos signing off with the QP mini bosses, and Jats will probably see you in quick play. See y'all.
Maybe. Bye.
Hi. Jumping in at the very end. I saw the hype in there for you right as the match was ending.
Woo. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't get to catch any of the match, but I saw you were in here. I didn't know if you were still casting.
I am indeed still casting, but I was just signing off. So yep. Talk to you guys later. Bye.